this video is to review our 5.7 converting measurements lesson today in class. So to go over this again, you are converting measurements to go from one type of measurement to the other. And a great strategy to use is proportions. And to review proportions, you have two fractions. The first one always is the information you are trying to solve. So for example, here we would put 4 quarts over XL, which we'll just talk about in just a second. And then your second fraction is always your conversion, and you find your conversion on your reference sheet. All right, let's solve this problem. So I'm going to set this up in a proportion. So I'm going to put 4 quarts all over X liters. We don't know what that is, and so that's why we have a variable equals. And then remember, in our second fraction is always a conversion. So if I go over to my conversion sheet, it says 1 quart is about, this symbol here means about, 0.05 liters. So remember that you put the same measurement across from each other. So it's 1 quart for 0.95 liters. Then you're going to butterfly. This is going to help set up your algebraic equation. So, and again, the two terms that you are multiplying. So you have 4 times 0.95 equals 1x, or just x. It is the same amount. Then what you're going to do is you are going to combine like terms, and you're going to do that with multiplication. So I'm going to use my calculator over here because you're allowed to. I'm going to do 4 times 0.95, which equals 3.8 equals x. So this actually represents 3.8 liters. So I would plug this right in here. All right, so that's a very one-step proportion converting. Now let's move on to a two-step conversion. So we have 9 quarts equals how many cups? So I know this is a two-step conversion because when I look at my measurement sheet, I notice that there is no direct conversion. So I'm going to look here and see what is my quickest way. So I have quarts. So I see one here that says quarts, but it takes me to pints. But then I notice that pints can be converted into cups. So I'm going to use these two conversions in a two-step proportion. So first I'm going to do 9 quarts all over. Remember that we are doing quarts to pints, so it'd be X pints. This is what we're trying to solve right now. Equals then the conversion. So in the conversion, it states that it is 1 quart for every 2 pints. Again, make sure that your measurements are the same going across the proportion. Then I'm going to butterfly it to create my algebraic expression. Algebraic equation, because we have an equal sign. So it's 9 times 2, which equals 1x, or just x. Then you're going to combine like terms with multiplication. 9 times 2 is 18 equals x, and the 18 represents pints. But we are not done. Remember that our final measurement needs to be in cups. So now I have pints, and again, I notice that I'm able to go from pints to cups. So then I am going to set up my second proportion. So here's my first one, here's my second. I am going to put 18 pints. Again, the first fraction is what are you trying to solve? Well, we're trying to have go pints to cups. So it's x cups, which then equals, and then you plug in your conversion. And on our sheet it says for every 1 pint, there are 2 cups. Okay? Then we're going to butterfly to create our algebraic equation, which equals 18 times 2 equals x. Again, x is the same as 1x because we always know that there's a 1 in front of that x. So I'm going to combine like terms. 18 times 2 is 36, which equals x, and 36 represents your cups. So then we can plug in above here that 9 quarts equals 36 cups. All right, then our last thing we did today is comparison. So another example you might see on your homework on a test is a comparison. So you have 15 gallons, which is equal to 50 liters. So we are going to have to, for us to be able to compare this, we have to have it the same measurement. So I'm actually going to convert gallons to liters. So right now, 50 gallons, we don't know how much that equals as liters, so we're going to put X over liters. Then equals, and then our second fraction is always a conversion amount. So we have 1 gallon is about 0.95 liters. All right, so then we're going to butterfly. And then we have 50 gallons times 0.95, which equals X or 1X, which is the same thing. Then we're going to combine like terms. Use my calculator again. I have 50 times 0.95, which equals 47.5 liters. Okay, so when we come up here, I like to cross this out and replace it just so my mind knows what I'm doing. So when we look at this amount, 47.5 liters is less than 50 liters, and that is your answer.